All right, so we're going to start off with the player review series with this limited time team of the week, Mike Evans. He's 90 overall, of course, of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Had an amazing game last week. He's going to come in at 6'5" with 90 speed, 95 catch, 76 elusiveness, 96 spec catch, 97 release, 85 route running, 95 catch in traffic, and 94 jump. I think the way that most people are going to want to use him is through jump balls, but the reason why we chose this guy first and foremost is because you requested it in the comments section below. He had 8 catches on 12 targets, he had the touchdown. Not the fastest, and in today's Madden Ultimate Team, I mean, last year was just about height. I think now it's more about speed. On the surface, it's more about speed. Behind the scenes, it's about awareness. If I were to match him up to that team of the week, Calvin Johnson, who's 92 overall, obviously that Calvin Johnson is a lot better, but this card ends up being about 130 to 150,000 coins cheaper than that Calvin Johnson. If I was going to put him side to side here, they are right there. Of course, Calvin Johnson has better catch on the base level. He's more elusive, has more speed, a better spec catch, better route running, and better jump, but the Mike Evans hasn't beat as far as release and catch and traffic goes. Now, catch and traffic is very, very important, especially because just like we got new playmaker controls, so did the cornerbacks. So it's easier for the cornerbacks to lodge the ball out of the receiver's hands now, so that's why these things end up being very, very important. Now, as far as the run after the catch stats, Calvin Johnson has the Mike Evans beat in every category except for trucking. Like for some reason, if you're looking for trucking on your receiver, Mike Evans is your choice. But speaking of trucking, we ended up doing the set for this Lorenzo Neal. You guys know I'm a big Christian Okoye fan. This Lorenzo Neal isn't as fast, he's not as good of a ball carrier as the Christian Okoye, but he's a much better run blocker, and he actually catches the ball better out of the backfield. Now, the main reason why we're going to be using our fullback is usually just to do the run blocking, and right here are his stats. Now, he's not really bad as a runner. He can definitely do the job. FB dives have become pretty overpowered this year, and this guy right now ends up being the highest overall player on my team. A pretty good receiver out of the backfield, and I think he should do a really good job at opening holes for our running backs. Anyway, we're going to still compare him to that Christian Okoye so you can see, even though this guy is 3 overall better, I always felt like Christian Okoye was more of a running back. So it looks like Christian Okoye is stronger. He actually has more awareness, which is really good in run blocking, and he has better carry and stiff arm and trucking. This is what the squad's going to look like. Of course, we're going to keep John Elway there. Let me know in the comment section below what quarterbacks you're using. If you have a quarterback that's more accurate than John Elway, let me know. And here goes our first opponent. We're going to try that Mike Evans out. Our first opponent has a lot of legends on the squad, so we're going to take it to the field. We ended up getting the Buccaneers unis and their stadium to try out this Mike Evans card. Now, what I'm going to do in the edit is I'm just going to show you the plays that we were going to Mike Evans, unless we have a touchdown play. Right there on the first play, we had a post route. My opponent was calling some man, so I said, let's try Evans on the flag route to the outside. And right there, you see he gets the catch, and he has enough speed to run it in for the touchdown. Now, when my opponent got the ball, he got a touchdown off of a similar route from Finneran as we did on that Mike Evans touchdown. So right there, we are tied up. On our next drive, we had Mike Evans over the middle, and right here you can see that spec catch and the jumping in effect. We can't get the first down right here, and I tried to go against his man defense, but he had a pretty nice little scheme there with the defensive tackle where it was almost like a nano blitz. He basically beat Steve Hutchinson every time. And speaking of beating somebody, there goes his Terrell Davis for the long touchdown scamper. So we're down 14-7 after that. We're going to go back to Mike Evans, and right there you can see Mike Evans consistently getting open. His awareness is good enough for him to find a soft spot in the coverage. Right there, once again, Mike Evans, I thought that was going to be a pick, but he can pretty much catch anything that you throw around him. So he's definitely looking like a poor man's Mike Evans. And right there, Shane Vereen's a good running back, but if you actually put him at wide receiver, he almost beats out the majority of my wide receivers, even from an overall standpoint. So right there is going to go ahead and tie it up. My opponent kept trying to aggressive catch me to death with Venom in the slot, and that didn't work out that time. Right there, my secondary came through for me. So 2nd and 10 on my next drive, I throw it up once again for Mike Evans, and he actually didn't catch that. That was the first play that I threw to him that he didn't catch, but that one he definitely did catch. Right there, he gets his stick, and he hangs onto the ball. So far, we're pretty much beasting and feasting. Right here, I complete the ball to ODB. Now, I showed you this play for a reason. The thing about that Mike Evans, too, is that he doesn't have a lot of stamina, so when I was trying to abuse him, he kept actually getting out of the game because he couldn't actually stand it. Whereas that Calvin Johnson stayed in the game the whole time. After the pick, I threw it up against to Mike Evans, and he just showed off. Like, there was no reason, wide open, no reason for him to have to jump up like that and catch that one-handed pass right there. Anyway, so going down, my opponent once again tried to hit me with the aggressive catch, but that time the Pat Pete was right there to get that interception. 3rd and 5. Mike Evans against man coverage right here. A great highlight to show you the run after the catch stats and to show you that his speed isn't too shabby. So he breaks the tackle and then he gets a long touchdown run right there to finish it off. So nice highlights. My opponent tries to throw it up. Antoine Bethea almost with the interception, but he doesn't get it. If you're looking at the top, my opponent was 3 for 19 with 4 picks. And right there, he's going to have enough. So what's my final verdict on this Mike Evans card? It is exactly that. It's a poor man's Calvin Johnson. You're still going to get the same height, not quite the speed, not quite the catch stats, but whenever you put him as a standalone receiver, he's going to be better than most receivers that you have out there. Okay? He's also, you're going to be able to buy him for under 200,000 coins. I actually got this one for 200,000 coins, but I saw some on the auction house today for about like 170 to 180. That's not bad for a premier wide receiver who has most of his stats in the 90s. He's a good enough route runner so he can beat man on a consistent basis, and he has just enough speed so that if somebody is defending you, your aggressive catch well during a game, you'll still have enough attributes to be able to beat him in more ways than one. So anyway, go ahead and like this video if you like the gameplay. Subscribe if you're new in the comment section below. Don't forget to put more players that you would like to see. For example, that new top girl that came out, or one of the most feared elite cards that came out. So let me know about that, guys. But anyway, take care of yourself and peace. They're on 2nd and 10. I said, you know what? Let's just bomb him deep and get the hell out of here. Are you serious? Are you serious? All right, so there's a lot of cards that we've talked to you guys about that are in packs, or we have the possibility to get the cards that came in their set in packs. So we're gonna go ahead and open up a couple of packs for you.